I should start talking. I'm live. Phil Simborg here, back again after the dinner break here in Dubai. We are into the fourth round. We had 3 rounds this afternoon, and it's a little unusual at this point that we're going to be streaming 2 people who already have 1 loss, but it's such an incredible matchup between 2 incredible players that we really felt it was worth doing it at this point. On stream 2, we have a couple of undefeated players, John O'Hagan from the United States, and who's John playing on stream 2? Who's John O'Hagan playing? Hussein Khalini? From where? From where? From Iran. A lot of great Iranian players here. So that'll be on stream 2 with Bill Riles. They are undefeated. I've got 2 players with 1 loss. So this is a very, very important match for both of them, of course. Dirk Schiemann, we all know, is one of the top-ranked players in the world. He was ranked as high as number 2 or 3 years ago when Leverman was number 1. It was always Leverman and Schiemann, back and forth. And Dirk is one of only 2 Super Grandmasters, according to the BMAB ranking. The lowest ranking you can possibly have, the best ranking you could possibly have, are shared by both Mochi and Dirk. Dirk wrote a book, a couple of books. His most recent book about whether to hit or not is a fabulous book that everybody, I think, should read. It's helped my game and it's helped my teaching. And Dirk is one of my teachers of the Backgammon Learning Center and gives lessons to people at a very high level. His other book, The Backgammon Strategy, or The Strategy of Backgammon, is one of the most complete, really educational books at a very high level. I don't recommend it for intermediates, although you would certainly get something out of it. Okay, Fernando Branconi is a great, well-known player from Italy. He's not ranked as in the BMAB, he tells me. He lives in a small town in Italy. He's been a force for many, many years. He's finally letting some hair grow on his face. He finally looks like an adult. For the last 20 years, to me, he's looked like a teenager. He's got a great spirit, fun guy. And by the way, people don't know Dirk is such a fun guy. He and I spent some time traveling in the Bahamas and in Turkey and elsewhere. And he's got a great sense of humor. Just a very cool guy. He gave up backgammon quite a long time for poker, and now he's back. And he's back with a vengeance. Well, here we go. 5-4. We have the XG feed. I'm willing to bet you Dirk will play under 2.5 is my bet. That's my over-under for Dirk. Fernando, I would say about 3.2, 3.3. That's why I would make Dirk a slight favorite in this match. But in a 9-point match with the luck factor, we can often see the favored player does not win, and even the player with the better PR does not always win. In the very first round, we streamed Mochi and Akiko, and they both lost. And they were both favorites. A double hit, but you got to pick the checker up. Oh, I'm sorry. That's he covered, not hit. Looked like that was a white checker sitting there with a glare. Okay. Very standard, simple plays so far. Double 2 is an excellent roll if you know how to play it. And I'm not sure I do. Making the 5-point and making this play are tied. And almost an exact tie according to XG. And they're 2 totally different kinds of plays. Okay, that was a top play along with the other play. They're both a tie. This is a no-brainer. Anytime you can hit and point, you do it. A dance, and now do we see a cube? There's a clear advantage. I think it's a double. And it's probably a take. Oh, there's XG. It is a double and a take. Very good double. I think a lot of people would pass this cube. He grabbed it. This is exactly what you'd expect from players of this caliber to get it right. Now, what do? Do you bring checkers down or do you go out? You hit. You blitz. And that's what he's doing. You got 11 checkers in the zone. You've got 3 points made. You should be blitzing. He's got the right idea. Oh, no, 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 no. No, okay, this is good. As long as he's hitting. 13-9-6-1 is the best play. It's the most builders he can get in a reasonable way. This is the best play. And 99% of the time, you're going to see Dirk make the best play. No, this is too passive. It's not horrible, by the way. I'm surprised it's only a 4% error. I would think that this many checkers in the zone, you go for the total blitz. I certainly would. All right, doesn't hurt to look. I quickly know there's 11 checkers in the zone because I count the ones that aren't. There's 4 checkers sitting on the other side of the board, so there's got to be 11 in the zone. Oh, no, Dirk. This is not characteristic of your play to make that kind of an error. It's a very simple tactical type position, too. I'm surprised he made that error. Very surprised. And a 4% error is nothing for me, and it's a lot for Dirk. Yeah, see how terrible Dirk is playing now at 2.13? So the play wasn't so bad. And it certainly seems to be working out. Come in. I would come in with the 5. Well, you could come down with more builders that way. Yeah, coming down makes a lot of sense. But coming in with the 5 was slightly better because of the number of shots, I think, is the main thing. And the 6 comes out. Absolutely. Big play, but it's the right play by a lot. Nothing else comes close. He's got real good play in this game now. Do you hit? Yes, you do. Anything else is a blunder. You can't let him have his whole roll and get back in this game. And it paid off. You get a dance 9 times out of 36. 25% of the time when you have a 3-point board. Okay, now the blitz is materializing, even though Dirk didn't initially play for the blitz. He's got it now. And the only thing he cares about is stopping his opponent from making the ace point. That's all he cares about. He doesn't want Fernando to make the ace point. Nothing else matters at this point. And I don't see a point in slotting the ace. Some people would slot it here. No, and he's breaking. Wow, he's really focusing on that ace point, isn't he? And by the way, it's not a bad play. It's the right play to break the 8-point here. It is. You're focusing on the ace point. The prime doesn't matter anymore. This is it. This is the right play. Very good thinking. I don't know too many people that would break the prime here, and it's clearly right. Clearly right to do it. You're going to be breaking it soon anyway. Break it now while he's got 2 on the bar, and you got a better chance of making that ace. If he comes in with a 1 now, you got more ways to hit him. And you would hit him. You wouldn't let him make it. Watch this. Watch how fast he hits him. That's why you made the last play. He has all these builders, and he pays off. No, he doesn't make it, but he's still got a hit. Now, you have to hit. Not hitting is not an option. Is that a double negative? Oh, no, no. Don't make another error like last time. Dirk, you already made 1 error not going after him on the ace. Are you having an ace allergy? He's allergic to playing his aces, to hitting off the ace.
Okay, the grace period is over.
Good.
We start counting.
He made the right play.
For absent players. First penalty point in 5 minutes.
My faith in Dirk is renewed, and it's very high. Cover with the 2, come in with the 5. Huh, okay, this is smoother for the double sixes. That's true. You just want to clear from the rear here. 'Cause you don't mind if your opponent comes in. You just want to get rid of that problem on the top of your board. 10-4. Okay. Everything plays for Dirk. 5-1. He can't take a checker off, because remember, there's a checker on the bar. You can't forget that little fella up there. A lot of people do. They just peel a checker here and boom, all of a sudden they don't know what happened. This play is not correct according to XG. This is better. Can't think of anything that leaves a shot. Does double fours leave a shot? No. Double threes. I like this play. All he has to do is avoid a 6-5, or what else is there? 6-5 is the only bad number I think he has now. And of course he's going to roll it because I said it. Almost. Play is forced. Now all he has to do is worry about threes. 5-3 and 6-3 are the only bogeys. The only boogeymen are 5-3 and 6-3. And he did roll one, and it's because I called it. You know it's my fault. It's all about me, right? What's worse than leaving a shot? Missing it. Now only double threes leaves a shot. See, I called it and it didn't happen, so it's not my fault. And now he's got a bunch of high combinations, 6-4, 5-4. Ooh, well, we know the one. That's it. A gammon would be an awfully great start for Dirk here. He did not want a 2. Here's a chance not only to save the gammon, but you can still win the game from here. If he hits, nope. Now he's just going to try and run off this. I don't think he can run off the gammon. He wants to make sure he doesn't get backgammon. You may as well make the 4-point. If you get the shot, why not? Because you're not going to run off this gammon anyway. Uh-oh. Now he better not roll a 2-1. Okay, he's off the backgammon, and he should concede the gammon. It's over. And they did. Okay, 4-0. Very good start for Dirk. And I didn't see the PRs, but I'm sure they're both playing very, very well. There was that one checker play where Dirk did not blitz in a clear blitzing situation. And it surprises me. It wasn't a huge, huge error, but it was such an easy concept with 11 checkers in the zone that you're supposed to be blitzing there. I'm really surprised, and I'm sure Dirk will be surprised when he sees that he got that one wrong. That's something I would almost give 10-1 odds he'd get that right. Well, he's playing 1.3 even with that error. And Fernando's playing under 2 as well. You don't see much better backgammon than this. I saw Mochi in the first round play at 1 PR and lose. Of course, he lost to Leverman, who played at 2.5. Make the 5-point. I can't wait for Dirk's lecture tomorrow morning at 11:30. He's going to be joined by Mochi, and then Mochi's lecture the next day will be joined by Dirk. I don't know if I'm supposed to be letting the cat out of the bag, but I'm looking forward to seeing both of them together. Mochi proved in his latest book that he wrote with Mark Olson that he really knows the game from an intellectual and educational standpoint. And of course, he is a fantastic teacher. I have many more students than he does because I charge a lot less. And because I have more time to teach than he does. He's busy winning tournaments, and I'm busy teaching and doing commentary. I'll trade places anytime, Mochi. All right, 3 down and 1 down. Oh, I think it's 3 down. And slot the, yeah. I might have slotted here. I would have slotted the point. XG would have left the blot, brought 2 down. That's a little surprising to me. These are awkward kind of rolls. You can make the 3-point, which is a little bit wrong. Better not to leave a shot. This is the right play. Notice the computer does not just play super safe here. Leaves that builder in the outfield. Part of the reason is that Fernando's got 2 blots in his inner board. You have to always look at the other guy's board before you make your play. It's going to really affect whether or not you leave indirects or not in particular, and even direct shots. Now this is a very tricky roll. I think you come out with 2, and it's right, because you only get hit with an ace or a long distance.
Players, 1-0.
And the reason I immediately like coming out with 2 is I don't see anything else I like. But it's pretty close to make the other play. This is the right play. They're all close. The first 2 plays are close. I like coming out with 2. He's got a race lead. Oh, he got hit and covered. Hit and cover. Now there's 20 numbers that come in, but there's a few of those that hit. And now it's going to be double pass. Double pass. Oh, too good to double. I shouldn't have said it that quickly. At this score, I was a little surprised it's too good to double because undoubled gammons at this score are not worth that much, but this clearly is too good. And of course, it's going to be a huge pass. But I'm surprised that it's too good by this much. I probably would have given this cube myself. I don't like winning undoubled gammons at 0-0, at 0. Could you go somewhere else? Could you? Thank you. Okay, he did pass. This is what we expected. I'm really surprised that was. I guess if you hit one of those outside shots, you get a lot more gammons, but still, you could lose that game. I don't blame him at all for giving that cube. All right, when you're behind in the score, I slot. See, he didn't slot here. I like the slot. I was told to play more like gammon go when I'm down. I want to see how bad the slot would have been according to XG at this score. Generally speaking, he made the right play with the 4-1 with the split, but even at 4-1, I like playing a little bit more gammonish, more gammon go-ish. Well, hello, Gigi. You're watching from Malibu. I'll try and follow the comments. On stream 2, we got John O'Hagan and a fellow from Iran. Bill Riles doing the commentary. And they're both undefeated. Again, it's a little unusual that we would have 2 players with 1 loss at this point being streamed, but these are such great players. We wanted to be sure and get them on the stream before they get knocked out. And we still think one of them could easily win the tournament too, because they're such great players. Making the one was not the right idea there. That cost him a little bit on the PR. They're both playing sensational, though. Both playing under 2 PR. This is the good play. Do you hit or make the point? You hit. Hit is correct. Making the 5 point would be a big error there. So the rule is always make the 5 point when you can, except when it's wrong. Then don't do it. And often it's wrong because you have a hit somewhere else. I think they're having a problem with the clock. Or maybe the XG is catching up. Ivan from Russia. All right, they're set. 5-3. Yeah, you need that anchor. You need that anchor. Good play. There is another play there. He could have made the 10 point. Lots of times that's right. I would have slotted the 5 there. It would have been wrong by 1%. But I love slotting my 5 point. It's always right except when it's wrong. This is really an impotent pair of double 5s. You almost have to make the ace point here, or you're throwing way too many checkers onto the 3 anyway. So you're going to make the ace point, and he does. That didn't really improve his game that much. Certainly helped the race. Yeah, put him up 15 pips in the race. This is the right play, Fernando. Fernando's what a fun guy. I chouetted with him in Trier, Germany. That's the first time I met him when I was the captain of the American team, of the U.S. team, and Fernando was captain of the Italian team. And we got to play them, and I think we did well against them that match, I believe, if I recall. And then we went back to the hotel and chouetted, and that's when I realized how good a player he was. Because everybody in the chouette stopped to see, what's Fernando going to do? And I didn't know the guy. I didn't know anything about him. And all of a sudden, this young-looking kid, everybody's following what he does. And then I read up on him, and I found out how great he is. I think he's the best player in Italy. There's some really good players there, though. He's taking a long time on this play, so he must feel it's important. Anything but making the ace point is a blunder. This is it. This is about all you can do. Otherwise, you're throwing way too many checkers down to the 3 point. Or you're giving up your midpoint, which you don't want to do. Ah, stop. You got it right. Oh, no. You don't want to give up the midpoint.
Round 5 for both masters.
I didn't see, but I don't think it was a blunder, but it certainly was a mistake the way he played it. It's not an easy one to play.
The main flights of both masters and intermediates. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Duke.
2 out is an easy play to make here, except that you're losing the race, and he recognizes that. And when you're down in the race, you shouldn't race, so he's not giving up the anchor. If he was up in the race, he would play both off the 20 point. Wait a minute. It was right to play both off the 20 point, even though the race is close, because the other plays are so ugly. Ha! It was right to play both off the 20. He would have been down 4 pips in the race, but it was still right. That's interesting. So maybe we overvalued the race, did we there, Dirk? You and me? Because I would have made the same mistake. Except I would have miscounted the race and maybe run. All right, this does nothing except go to the safe. This play is good. They're all good. He can play safe. He can play around. As long as he doesn't leave a direct shot, doesn't give up his anchor, he can do anything he wants. .004, I'll take that. He needs an indirect hit. He doesn't get it. Makes the 2 point. $5-1. It's a very nice roll. That helps this game quite a bit, bringing it home. But the race is still too close to call. And a hit! That's going to make a big swing if Dirk doesn't roll an ace. 4-6, he comes out. I don't think there's cube action yet. Even if he hits the 6, he's got to hit it with a cover. He's still got a checker back. It's not ready to cube yet. 6 and 3, he still has to hit. Where's the 3? Oh, yeah, that's not pretty. How do you not hit? You have to, oh, because of 4, because it doesn't hit. That's why you don't hit. I misread the dice again. I'm sorry. He's supposed to run out. 22-13. Look at this. Leaving 1s and 6s that way. This is a good play. Both plays are right, but coming out is right here, which I'm not sure I would have seen. But when you look at the alternatives, it starts to make more sense. Everything else gets really ugly and dumps checkers down low where you don't want them. I guess you'd have to come out here. The question is exactly how, and the 2 plays are very, very close. This play that he's showing right here is .08 worse, which is less than 1% worse. No, you got to come out, Dirk. No, this is a blunder. This is a blunder, Dirk. This is not what you would do. You don't blunder. These are not easy plays to find. You can see here's one of the 2 highest ranked players in the world based on his skill level rankings, and he's having a big problem with the play, and he blew it. He blundered. You don't see a lot of blunders in a match from Dirk. This is a clear double and a clear take. Especially at this score, you want to give the cube. It's only barely a take. It's almost a pass. It's the tiniest take. Wow. I thought it would be a much easier take than that. Especially since you're losing at the score. He's not doubling? Oh my goodness. It's a huge mistake not to double. Maybe he thinks he's too good. Well, now he is. Now he could easily be too good, but he really missed the double coming in. I still think it's a double. Now it might be, I think it's double pass. Pretty clear pass now. But he did miss a cube. Dirk missed a cube earlier. And he made a checker blunder in this game. This is not Dirk's best game ever, but he's still going to get away with winning it. There are many ways to measure success, but only one you can spend. And Dirk is going to be able to spend it by winning this game, even though he made a couple of uncharacteristic errors along the way. Right. Dirk is on the lower in the red. and is winning 5-1. 4 away, 8 away. A nice solid lead. But Dirk did miss a big checker play, and he missed a cube. What's his PR at? He's probably playing horribly now. He's probably playing at 2-something. 3.3. That's really very high for Dirk. He's got lots of time to bring it down. Fernando's playing at 3-6. I would expect Fernando to play somewhere close to 3 and Dirk somewhere close to 2.5, which is what might be the over-under for both of them. There's a nice double hit that's automatic, especially with this blot on the 20 point. He dances. Now, at this score, it's very hard to double. Very hard to double. At almost any other score, this would be a cube. All right, you make the ace. You bring another builder down because you're blitzing, at least one builder down. You don't worry about those back checkers. You might take one back checker out, but I would still come down with another. I'm totally blitzing here. And Dirk agrees, and so does the computer. You're blitzing, the game is here. Your focus is on the Western Front. Don't do what Hitler did and attack on another front at the same time. That cost him the war, according to his generals. And he went against his generals. So when you're blitzing, everything's on the Eastern Front. There he goes. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Got 11 checkers in the zone. You blitz. And it's going to be successful, it looks like. Do you cover? I do. It's tempting to make the 4 point, but a low point is as good as a high point. No, no, no. I would come down. I'm still playing total blitz. Bring it in. There you go. You get another builder that way. This is clearly right. The only thing that's going to save Fernando would be doubles. All right, you're hitting with everything. Hit with the 2. I come down with the 6 again. I still want more wood. I'm blitzing. There's an argument for moving the other checkers. In fact, look at it. It's right. It's actually right to play 22-16. I guess you avoid some bad rolls like, oh yeah, double 5 would be ugly. That's what it's trying to stop you from hurting yourself with double 5. See look how double 5 plays when he makes this play. That's why the computer wants you to come out. Now double 5 plays fine. That one roll makes the whole difference. You don't give yourself an anti-joker to kill you in a game where you got it 1. And then you roll that double 5, you think, oh, I'm so unlucky. How did I roll that number? But it could have been prevented. Oh, no, no, no. You're certainly going to hit. The hit's automatic. Good play, good play. That's it. That extra builder isn't that big right now, but protecting from the double 5 is. All right, he needs 1s, 3s, and 4s to hit. And 5s hitting coming in. So I would hit with the 3 because there's more covers with a 4. And I don't hit the other checker on the 20. I don't want him to anchor. That's the play. A lot of people would make the mistake of getting another checker back. It's all about closing the board when you're blitzing. It's not about how many checkers you get back. That's it. You got 2 builders for the 3 point. And you need them because you're going to hit them with a 4 or a 5. And the hit with a 5. The 2, I have no idea. I don't think it matters too much. It likes 16-14 because you're getting 11 away. That's another way to cover the 3 point with an 11. He needs 11s and 4s. 5-3. Again, I just bring another checker into covering. As a matter of fact, I make the computer play exactly. Bringing the 5 down gives you a 6 cover. That's what you want. Oh no, no, no. Breaking the 6 point is not. It's not that late. It's got too many checkers to bring around. You bring the 5 down, so you got a 6 covered. You bring the 3 out to the bar, just like XG says, and that would have been my play. Never would have dreamed of this play. 6-3, 14-9, by the way, is .018. No. Dirk. You don't see this play on the screen. That's because it's way down there. It's got to be 14-9. He made the 3. He's got a 5 to play. He played it illegally, and his opponent, Fernando's making him correct it, which Fernando should do because he got more covers with his play. Oh, Dirk. Look at your opponent's board. What are you afraid of? That was a very, very poor sequence for Dirk here on this blitzing game. They're not going to hurt him too much. He's still 90% to win and 81% gammons. He's probably still in very good shape, but he's not going to be happy with some of those plays once he sees him in XG. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we have here? And a hit. And hit. What else are you going to do? I wouldn't play quietly here. There's 16 return shots if you hit. That's the problem with the hit. 16. So if he just comes out, he's going to have to hit loose sometime. Maybe he's thinking, just I don't want to get gammoned. Keep in mind that cube is still in the center. It says 2 on it. It shouldn't. It's still in the center, and it should be on 1. We never start the cube on 2. I would hit here. 16 times that you get hit are worth it for the 20 times that you don't. You have a game. You have a decent game. The hit is right, by the way, by 4%, 0.043. I can see why you would have trouble coming up with this hit, but all right, I like it. Good play, Fernando. Well, duplicate 1s. There you go. Dupes the 1s. There's a terrible roll. Hit outside. 1912 is the right play. It's the fewest ways to get hit back. Anything with a 2 or a 6, plus some combinations like 4-3, and what else? Double 3. A lot of numbers that hit, but what else can you do? This is the right play. This is the right play. Does Dirk have a cube after this play? Do you double from the bar here?
Space crew to the registration desk, please. Space crew to the registration desk.
No, this is a far more return shots. You immediately know that there's 15 ways to roll a 5, and then you look at combinations. This is the second best play, but it's worse by 0.065, which is not quite a blunder. We define a blunder as 0.08, 8%. He's going to make the right play. Go back and hit outside. Plus, getting a third checker back has value. Good play. This is it. Nice play, Fernando. 5 is good, then the 6 is good. He may have had a double from the bar. Could you be too good from the bar? That's possible too. Now he's too good. 6-3. Play big. $18.15 is right. He found it. Anything else is a blunder. This is the right play. Play it big. Adam, that's a very nice play, Dirk, and that's a hard one to find. That was a very, very fine play, and he's rewarded by not getting hit. You go to the bar and reduce shots. Here, now you're in not getting gammon, I hope, territory. This is a double and a pass. Big double, big pass. They're 2 rooms away, so they can't hear me. Sometimes we do have to be careful doing commentary that the players can hear us when we scream and yell, no, no, or don't double or whatever. But they're in a beautiful room nearby. It's a beautiful setup here at the hotel, and a very nice hotel. We're at the Hyatt Regency. The New York tournament's also at a really nice Hyatt hotel, gorgeous Hyatt hotel. For under $200 a night, it's a steal just to stay there at the hotel. So don't miss the New York tournament in mid-January. I'll be there with bells on. It's the largest tournament in the United States. I'm also going to be in LA this year doing a lecture with Akiko. We're going to do a lecture together at LA in December. I won't miss the Miami tournament for sure. And of course, I'm doing commentary in Cyprus, and I'm going to play in the previous tournament in Cyprus as well. Akiko and David Wells and I have already got an Airbnb set up down in Cyprus. Some great tournaments coming up. This is a big pass. Especially when you're winning. It's maybe hard to see this. When you're winning, it's easier to give these, harder to give these cubes, and easier to take them. So sometimes you can't see because of the score, but he caught it and he passed. Very good. Very good. I need to look at the PRs. I'm really surprised at a couple of the mistakes that Dirk made. They're the kind of mistakes that I don't think they were that hard to find the right play, and he missed them. But what one player finds as a hard play is different from another player. It's based on your reference positions. There are some situations where I probably will get the right play is faster than Dirk. And then, of course, he'll get most of them right that I get wrong. All right, they're taking a little break here. We've got 5 minutes. 3 away, 8 away. You can go to the other stream and watch a great match of 2 undefeated players, including John O'Hagan with Bill Riles doing the commentary. I can see the score from here is 3-2. O'Hagan is losing early in the match. So it's a close match already. That's cute. I see Dirk and Fernando taking a walk together and talking with each other.
The rating, once you are done with your main matches, if you would like to play some more backgammon, side game section will be open till midnight.
That was a confusing cube we just saw. I can understand why somebody might think that's a take when they're losing 5-1. Fernando's too sharp for that, though. It was a big pass. So if you have some comments, I'm looking at the comments right now. You don't see a stream 2 on this channel. There's the Ace Point channel and there's the Backgammon Galaxy channel. You should be able to find a stream 2 with John O'Hagan. Any comments or suggestions, always welcome, and please hit the like button. We know what that does for backgammon. It drives more people to these videos, which brings more people into backgammon. And I'm a firm believer that one of the reasons for backgammon's recent growth is this streaming, and a lot of that's because of Bill and Tara's good work and a few other people that have done some good streaming at some of these matches. They really, we can see by the numbers that you're getting a lot of people watching them, and they're learning more about the game. Myself and other commentators like to explain things for not just the expert players, but so that beginners can understand more of what's going on. That's why we explain what we mean by the Crawford rule, what we mean by post-Crawford and gammon go and too good to double. We explain these things because it makes more people educated about what's going on, and they like the game more and they start playing more. That's what caused poker to be so exciting when you saw the whole card and you had commentators explaining if a guy was making a good bet or a bad bet or what his strategy was, that it wasn't necessarily able for peons and beginners like me to understand. So that's what we're trying to do with the streaming. We're trying to educate and entertain if we can. The one thing you won't hear me doing is criticizing the players overall. I mean, I can certainly criticize Dirk for making a bad play, as I did, but I have nothing but great admiration for him. He's one of the best players in the world and proves it year after year. But I've done commentary for some very low-level players that play at very, very high PRs, and I give them credit for getting to where they got to and having the guts to play. Okay, Dirk is back at the table getting set up. They're each allowed one break per match. I'm not sure which one took that break, but I suspect it was Fernando. It should be Fernando. You're losing 6-1. It's time to take a break. Break the momentum, shake it off a little bit. Stop thinking about your bad luck and start thinking about what's my strategy going to be in this next game. At 6-1, my strategy is gammon go. I slot with an opening 5-1 and 4-1. I bring 2 down with a 3-2 and a 4-3. I play more aggressively to win gammons because I'm down in the match. And if I'm Dirk, I do just the opposite. I want to make a high anchor because the high anchors don't get gammon very much. So with a 4-3, I'm splitting. 3-2, I'm splitting. 4-1 and 5-1, I'm splitting. It's just the opposite when I'm winning. That's gammon save play. Now, it's never technically pure gammon go and gammon save until 1 away, 2 away Crawford and scores like that. But I learned years ago from Joe Sylvester that I don't care what the bot says, play that way and you're going to win more because your opponent's going to start getting scared. And the new bots sort of agree with Joe. Okay, Fernando, it's time. You got 5 minutes. There's nobody putting a clock on these breaks, I don't think. But there should be. There should be a separate clock for breaks. And after 5 minutes, you should maybe get 1 minute to spare and then a penalty point. It's a gentleman's game. We're here to have fun, but I believe in strictly adhering to the rules. To me, that's more fun. Because if you let some rules slide, then which ones do you not let slide? And it's what they call a slippery slope. So you enforce all the rules properly. And Fernando, you should be back. Although I could be wrong. Maybe it hasn't been 5 minutes fully. I played a match recently where my opponent was given 2 penalty points. And he even said to me, "Don't you feel guilty about that?" I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "If I was the one getting the penalty points, I would insist that you take them. You follow the rules." And I meant it. I wouldn't, if my opponent offered to not give me the penalty points, I wouldn't take that offer. You got to play by the rules. You got to respect them. And Fernando, you got to be back soon. Okay, Fernando's back. A little slow on the break, but a little slow is not too bad. I see on the other stream that O'Higgins leading 4-3 now. Okay, here we go. We got a lopsided score, which I like. And Dirk plays the 2-1 as if he was trailing. And it's the right play. Even a gammon save, you slot with the 2-1. It's just a bad play, anything else. I see lots of intermediates don't make that play. Go, makes 2 points. Oh, he hits. Hits right by a lot. Because you got him outboarded. I was thinking you can make the 11 point, but I didn't see that the hit was clearly right, especially when you've outboarded your opponent. Even by 1 point, you got 2 points in your inner board. It says you are better off playing a hitting game than your opponent as a result. The 6-5 slot is right here. It dupes the fours. It gives you some offense. Now slot the 5 point. He does. Wonderful play, Fernando. Very wonderful play. And it's actually better to hit than cover. The hit is right. Putting a third checker back. Dirk got it right. Usually it's better to hit than make the point. Unless your opponent has a strong board, which he does not. So this is the right idea. No, Dirk. No, no, no. You're supposed to hit. He got it. And he's rewarded for hitting. 13-8 is right. It's not terrible to play 11-6. That's about his only choices. Coming out to the bar here is not the right idea. There's just too much ammunition. Dirk's in a very good spot here. That's a very strong point to make. Excellent roll for Fernando. Make 2 interboard points and hit. Put him right back in the game. He was in big trouble in this game already. 5 comes out. You don't want to get pointed on inside. You'd rather have him hit you outside where he's not going to do any good by hitting. See how much better this is? If he stayed inside, he'd be pointed on, and Fernando would have the 4 point made as well as the hit. Now if he wants to hit, he can't hit and make the 4 point. Look at this. The switch is right on the ace point. The switch is right. I'm not sure I would have found that switch. Oh, big roll for Dirk. Great roll. Comes in, hits, gets around to safety, puts him way up in the race. What more can you ask for? So now Fernando finds himself in a 1-5 back game that's not well timed. He is right to hit. At this score, it may not be a double. And it is not. At just about any other score, it could be an easy double because of the gammons. But Dirk showed great restraint there. He saw right away it wasn't a double. A lot of people would have given the cube there. But he did think about it. Great roll. Make the 18 point. Make the 18 point. It's a great defensive play that you need on that side of the board because Dirk's got too many builders. And then come down with the last one. He's thinking about making the 8 point with 2, which is a blunder. I can see why you think about it, but even without looking at XG, I can see the need to make the 18 point here. With Dirk having 6s, 4s, 2s, and 1s shooting at the 18 if he doesn't make that point. That's a lot of numbers. This is not the right idea. And you're giving up your midpoint, which is a very valuable point to hold. I think he sees it. That's it. That's it. That's 3. He's got one more. He didn't put it back to the original before. He had 2 checkers on the 23. In and hit. Good roll. That's a mandatory hit, and a dance, and a cube, or is he too good? He's not too good. He's closer to too good than this is to a take. So it's a big double and a pay. Oh, he didn't double. Did he think he was too good? I can understand thinking you were too good there. But XG did not agree. XG liked the cube and a pass. A lot of work to do. But with this roll, it's starting to look more too good, too goodish. But he did miss a cube according to XG. Dirk could perform here with 2s and 4s, and he doesn't. Now you're clearly too good. You can hit another checker, and you do. And now you have to attack. You can't let him anchor. I'm not sure he hit with the right one. I would have hit with the 4. You have 6s to cover. And move another checker from the back. And see, I would have covered on this roll because I would have left a 6 to cover instead of a 4 to cover. But I didn't see XG. He may have made the right play. I may have missed it. Could have hit with the 4 and moved the back checker. Okay, big roll for Dirk. He needs a 4. No. No, 2-1 doesn't do it. But you get another builder. Put him 6 away. Oh, clear the 6 point. Wow, I wouldn't have seen that. Clear the 6. And have all those builders for the 6. Wow, that's a cute play. Very cute play. This is not the right idea. Keep in mind, when you're too good to double, you can always double your opponent out later if things don't work out so well. Unless they turn around and flip completely, you can always use that cube later and cash. Cash meaning take your point. You have to hit. You got a lot of covers. Hit and cover. Okay. Now only 4s are good for Dirk. He's got one. He has to hit with the 2, 5, or he hits with the 5 and brings the 6 down to cover. Yes, that's it. All right, 2s and 4s. 4 and a 6 from the back. Okay. So all he has to do is not leave a shot, and he's got his gammon. At one point, he did have a double pass, and he played it as if it was too good, and it looks like it's paying off for him. Uh-oh. Well, 3 on the bar, this is not so bad. It's actually pretty good to clear your 6 point, because it's a problem for you later on. It's actually a good roll to clear the 6. Remember, Fernando rolled double 6s to get in this game. Oh, that was last game. That was last game. Bad memory, or too good a memory. 1, keep it even. You don't want to leave anything that leaves a shot. Now come off the 4 point. And on, there you go. Now nothing leaves a shot. And you want your opponent to come in behind you. Now he wants to clear the 5 point, which he'll do. And he wants your opponent to come in. And you don't want to roll 6-5, 6-4, or 5-4. Woo! Saw the 5 first. All right, you're home free now. Nothing can go wrong. Go wrong. Go wrong. All right, 6-3. We have more of a match now. So at 6-3, do I stop playing gammon, go gammon, save? Kinda, maybe. I still tend to play more of a gammon go game when I'm down 6-3, and more of a gammon save game when I'm up 6-3. But it's not as extreme as 6-1. All right, he gave him the gammon. Change the score to 3, please. Got a closer match. I promise you both players are not happy with their PRs. They can both play better. How often would you say that somebody's playing at 3 PR and they wouldn't be happy with their PR? That's how good Dirk is. That's how amazing he is. It's almost always right to go out to the 18 here, but hit isn't bad. I guess maybe because of the score. It wouldn't have occurred to me to hit here. I just thought I reflexively go to the 18 on these kinds of plays. But he's looking at it, and it's real close. At this score, the hit might be a good play. XG likes it. Mikey likes it. Hit 2, baby. Clearly right. Nothing's close. And you're slotting a really good point if he doesn't hit you. He doesn't. And the 6 out is easy. Now Dirk's getting into a good position in this game. All right, do you hit or do you make your 3-point? You hit. Making the 3-point would be a blunder. So hitting usually comes first. It's the right play, going out to the bar, often is. It's a good reflex to have, going out to the bar. 5-2. Not pretty. Safety, safety. No, you don't safety, safety. I would have. I would safety, safety. And it's slightly wrong. The computer plays it a little bit bigger, plays 24-22, which I honestly would not have seen. I might have looked at it, but I wouldn't have seen it as the right play. 6-3, you just play it safe into the 4-point. No other choice, forced by logic. There's a nice roll. You make the 18. That point that lots of people don't like that I happen to love. Make the 5-point. Good board. Now this is a case where Dirk is stiff. He's got 2 checkers on those 3 outside. Oh, he's got 3 checkers on the midpoint. That makes him a little less stiff. And he can play that checker. That's it. Now he's completely stiff. Whereas Fernando has some play. You just bring one down to the 4. Get ready to make the point you want to make. And now 6s could be a problem for Dirk. And you can see 13-5 is right. This is the wrong idea. Why? Because he's going to have more repeaters problems later. This is going to solve some of them, though. Now you lift the blots. You don't want to get hit. You have to lift the blot off the 8. Oh, it's very close to play 18-14. Wow. Very, very close. I would have thought lifting the blot was mandatory. I would not have seen the 18-14 option. (13-11-2). This is not bad. 0.017. And 8-4, though, is the answer. No. This is not the idea if you're coming out and racing. It's harder to get those back checkers home. This is the top play. This is it. Okay, Dirk, you looked at them all. This is the best play. Pick up your dice or... That was a tough play. There's so many different ways to play it. And they were all fairly close. Yep. Did I mention he was stiff and he's going to have 6s problems? He would have gone forward if duplication was in play, but it wasn't. Uh-oh. Hit and cover. Big roll. That was a huge roll for Fernando. It's a small double and a huge take. It's a small double. Look at that. Very nice double. Dirk, this is a big take. Oh, look how quick he dropped. Oh, no. That's a 2-2-5 blunder to pass that cube. And Dirk did it without thinking. I guess the score got to him. Being up that much in the score, he just thought it was naturally a pass after a bad sequence. That's kind of surprising for a player like Dirk. I can understand passing that cube, but he didn't even give it much thought. I hope you'll take this as a compliment, but this is the worst match I've seen Dirk play in a long time. And he's not playing horribly. It's just that's how good he is. I just expect so much from him. Every match I expect to see him in the 2s. Because that's the way he's been playing. This is really uncharacteristic for him. Okay, but he's still winning 3 away, 5 away, and that's what you really want to measure is winning and losing. It's right to make the point here. There's not that many shots. You need to unstack. It's the right play. (22-16, 13-10) is the play. The 13-10 part I find is easy. And I guess if you make that, there's no other 6. It is tempting to just put slot 2 points inside. This is not an easy play. He found it. Nice play, Fernando. Very nice play. That was a tough one to find. It's getting close to a cube, but not there yet. Especially at this score, if you're leading. If the score were reversed, this would be a real easy cube. Dirk got this one right. He hits and comes down. Now, unless Fernando does something exciting, that's not exciting. That's a terrible roll. That's got to make it a cube. That's got to be, oh, it's no double. Oh, .004. I'll take that. No, it's .04. I wish he hadn't plussed it. If he'd left it at a lower setting, I was not so bad giving this cube. I thought it was a double. It's not a double. Huge, huge take, especially at this score. I don't blame him for this double. This looks like a good double to me. And you might get a pass. I wouldn't be shocked to see somebody pay. It's a 260 blunder. Okay, Fernando's too good to pass a cube like this. 3-2, what do you do? 5 point, awfully strong, very strong. Much stronger than hitting. That was a huge, good roll for Dirk. This is not what Fernando was hoping for when he took this cube, but it was clearly right to take. Uh-oh. I think you just have to run. No. You make the 2 point. Make the 2 point.
11:30 a.m. and gameplay in both masters and intermediates will resume at 1 p.m. round 5 tomorrow at 1 p.m. This was the last announcement. Thank you.
This is not pretty. Stacking the 2 point is really, really ugly, and it's right. Wow. I hate to make such ugly plays, but it's right. Everything else looks pretty ugly, too. You're leaving 24 hits on the 18 point if you come off of there. I just guess you can't afford to do that. But it sure is hard to make that stack. This play is a blunder. It's in a blunder that many giants, I think, would make, because the other play is so ugly. But Dirk's too smart for that, I guess. Never bet against Dirk. I would always bet on him to make the right play, although he's made a few blunders in this match. This ugly, ugly, horrible play is right. And I would have made the other play. I would have blundered. I'd say, no, the top players don't stack like this. And I want to be a top player, so I wouldn't stack. I'd play boldly and come off the 18, and then I find out that the top players make this play. This is my play, Dirk. I don't blame you for this blunder. This is one blunder that I think is easily, that any giant could easily make. It's so hard to put those two checkers on the 2 point. It's so hard. We've been conditioned not to do that, throwing checkers away like that. And it's right, and he did it. Good for him, making the really tough plays. This is easy. Come in and cover. What else are you thinking of? Come in and cover. Okay. Now the sixes are a problem for Dirk. Oh no, what else? No, this is the wrong idea. This is the second best play, but it's 4% error. Gives Dirk some aces that are good. 3 hits, not to mention a 10. This is not the right idea. He had the idea at first. Your opponent is so brittle. Your opponent has no spares. That's one reason to play for the shot right now instead of giving him the shots. And here is that 6-1. 17 numbers hit. 17 numbers that hit, almost half the deck. If you hit, do you lose your market? What happens if you don't hit? Okay. Now he's lost his market. Well, he's got to roll twos, a couple of twos to get out of there. Oh my God. 1-6 from the bar. A huge roll for Dirk. That's a total game reversal. Dirk's now too good to double. This is the right play. He duplicates the threes. He does not want to get hit, so only 1, 3, and double threes hit by duplicating the threes. It's the right play, Dirk. So often checker plays are going to hinge on duplication. Dirk is still too good to double. He wanted a 3 there. That's pretty good, though. Oh, he came in. So usually you have about 35% gammons when you have 3 checkers on the ace point. If your opponent has all checkers in, what does this say? 28% because they weren't all in. Yeah, if Dirk's all 3 checkers, all of his spares were inside and there were no shots, it'd be 35% gammons. He's still too good, though, clearly. There's only one boogeyman here, 6-3. I saw the 3. So Dirk is still too good. There are some shot-leaving numbers, though. Uh-oh. There it is. There's the shot-leaving number. He needs a 5 big time. No. This is not a cube situation. Oh, he got his 5s. So Dirk playing on because he was too good ends up losing a point. That happens. That's life. That was a market gainer sequence. Double pass. There it is. Redouble pass, I mean. Can't fault Dirk for playing on in that game. It was correct. Now we have a 3-away game situation. The players' take points, the live cube take points 25%, and the recube take point is 25%. If the cube is turned to 2, the gammon value is 0.5. Now, what was I doing just there? Was I showing off? Yeah, I was showing off. But I also want you to be conscious of that's the way to approach this game. Before the opening roll, think about these things before you even play the opening roll, because they'll affect your checker play and your cube action. Now, you don't split into these kinds. Well, it's 0.04. 2 down was right. My immediate gut reaction is 2 down. I don't like to split against stacks like that, because this is what generally happens to you when you split against stacks. You don't want to come in on the 20 point here because he's going to attack you more easily. You've got your spares on the midpoint to bring a 5 down. This makes much more sense. Nice play, Dirk. Three away. Quite a match. Ah, the hit is right. Nice play. And Dirk responds beautifully by coming in and hitting. And Dirk can make a good point in his inner board. It's usually right, and he does. He sees it. That's a good escape. This is not an easy play. I have no idea how to find the right play here. I'd have to move the checkers and look at it and just keep playing around till I see a play that seems to fit. Into the 5 point. That's the right play. That's it. Nicely done, Dirk. Now you're going to see a hit. Yes, you're going to see a hit and point. Make the 5 point without hesitating. And you're going to have a cube very soon, I think. Unless he really performs, and he didn't. And at this score, it might be a cube. I think it is. I think it's a double because I'm not sure of the take. It's too good to double by a lot. Wow. That was not on my list. I really missed this one. I was doubling. I didn't see too good here. I guess there aren't many sequences where Fernando could take the cube next time, and that's what we call a market gainer sequence. I mean, where Dirk could take the cube next time. But this is a funky roll. I see a lot of funky rolls. Dirk needs a hit or a 3. Oh, he got both. Hit and cover. Wow, this put Dirk in the game big time. And I would have doubled and gotten the pass and been through with this game, and I would have been wrong. I would have cubed that game, and Dirk would have passed it. Now Dirk's in control. Dirk's a 60-40 favorite, according to XG. And he's thinking about the cube, and it's a double and a pass. Wow, what a swing in 2 rolls. What a swing. Good double, and he must pass. He has to win 25%, but he has to overcome 35% gammons. So those 35% gammons at 0.5 is worth 17 wins. However, he picks up 3 gammons by winning on the other side. That's how you come up with a gammon-adjusted take point, and that number would get you way below 25, and that's how you know it's a pass. That's the mathematical approach. If you're able to estimate wins and gammons, as most of us can't do very well, although I can do it in certain situations, and I can come close in others. But these 2 guys you're looking at, they can do it as well as just about anybody in the world. $13-11-2 is right. You need to step up if you're playing a more defensive game. This is 2 away, 3 away. Gammon go light, according to Mark Olson. I'll give him credit for where I heard that term. I don't know if he made it up, but it's a good one. You're not likely to see Dirk give the cube very quickly here. But Fernando would be quicker to give the cube. When your opponent's 2 away, he can't redouble you. That's one reason you can give the cube. And the other reason is if you lose 1 point, you're in pretty bad shape anyway when he gets to Crawford. So Fernando would be doubling faster at this score than Dirk in a lot of situations. All right, Dirk is thinking, I don't see how this could be a cube. It's way too holy. I just don't see a cube here. And Extreme Gammon is now showing and agrees. It's no double. Oh, he should have doubled. How could he miss that cube? Wow. Making the 2 interboard points is right. That was a market loser. I don't see a take here no matter what. Okay, his take point's 25% because if he passes, it'll be 1 away, 3 away Crawford, and Fernando would have to win 3 games. So if he can win more than 25%, he should take and recube. And as the computer says, he can't win enough. So Fernando should pass because he can only win 21.5. It actually shows a big blunder to take this cube, and Fernando is smart enough to see that. A lot of people wouldn't. Got to give Fernando credit for that. Okay, this is 1 away, 3 away Crawford. And at this point, you need to understand that gammons do not matter for anybody. Even the trailer winning a gammon doesn't mean very much at all. It just takes away a free drop. So both players should play this game as DMP to win the game straight up. And Dirk's off to a great start with double sixes and then double fives. Wow. Do you make the ace point here? Do you come down? Making the ace point is right because you unstack and you get him out of your hair. Yep, I like this play. I would make this play. This is one I would have gotten right. Only because I've seen this situation so often. So it's like a reference play for me. We talk about reference positions. There's reference plays as well. I have a whole list of them. Like hitting off the edge of a prime, slotting the edge of a prime, the outside of a prime. These are reference plays. It would not be terrible to not hit here, but I like the play, and so does XG. Anchor. Okay. Again, gammons don't matter, but anchoring helps you win games too. Keeps you from being blitzed. So Dirk is in command of this game. If he doesn't leave a shot, he's got it won. And even if he leaves a shot, he's got to get hit. 6-4 is not exciting. He's not going to volunteer here. I'm not sure about that 4. I would have. It's the right play. I would have come off the 5 to the 6 point to leave myself more 6s, but XG says it's right. I don't understand the play. I'll have to study that one. You don't want to leave a shot, so you're going to bring 2 off the 6 here. That's the right play. You're not going to leave a direct shot now. Any other play is a blunder, Dirk. Pick up your dice or hit the clock. He's thinking about the volunteer because there's a blot, but it's wrong. This is the right play. Very good. Okay, we're getting down to the, great roll for Dirk. Clearing that point painlessly. This is far from home. Look at this. Fernando still had 27% before that roll. Now it's down to 15%. Got to get a shot and hit it. He's down to 40 pips in the race. And there's a hole. That gives him some hope. That means 6-1 and 6-4 are going to leave shots. All 4s are bad, and all 1s are bad, and all 3s are bad. So there's a lot of numbers where you can get shots here. It'd take me a while to count them all. There's a lot of shot-leaving numbers right now, and that's one of them. Bringing them both in leaves the fewest shots. It's only 11 shots. This is the right play by far, and he finds it. Needs a 1. He got it. This is big. This match could be a toss-up after this because, of course, if he wins 1 point, he's going to double on the first roll. In the next game, this is like a 50-50 match now, unless he rolls a 1. That was amazing, a huge, huge swing. It's pretty obvious now. Fernando's a big favorite to win a point. winning a gammon doesn't matter very much at all. It's only worth 2%. Takes away Dirk's free drop. But we're going to get to see a double match point situation where Dirk was sailing home in the match. The emotional swings in this game are huge. And players like these two are used to it. I'm not. I've only been playing 71 years, 72 years, and I'm not used to the swings. I just got to get more time in. Okay. You just play it very quietly because you don't need a gammon. I think you come off the 6, and you do. You break the 6 point. I hope he doesn't roll double 6s, that's all. Ooh, any 6 is pretty good, though. Gives him a shot. That nails it shut pretty much, 99%. It's going to be double match point. Of course, Dirk will have a free drop going for him. That's the one advantage he has in the next game. If he's losing after the first roll and he gets doubled, he will pass. Okay, here we go. We've got a really tight one now. How are they playing? I know they're not playing up to par. They're both playing worse than you would normally expect, but they've had some very tough situations, very complicated plays. Whenever you see somebody playing an extra high or extra low PR, usually that has something to do with how tough the rolls were or how easy the rolls were. All right. He's certainly taking the cube. He rolled a 6-5 opening, which means he was leading. So you take the cube when you're leading. Now you just play a racing game. At DMP, double match point, you just race. And you hit. He comes in and hits back. Gammons don't matter. You go for it, baby. Makes a good point. Do you hit loose here? No. I really thought about hitting loose. It's almost a 5% error, and that was my first thought. I guess I'm too hit happy. I don't like the right play. I probably would have hit. Yes, I would have hit. Wrongly. He's supposed to play safe to the 2 point, go behind him. The race is about even. This is a hard play to find for me. He slotted in front of him. Wow. This is easy. This is easy. Okay, a good play. I don't think covering is important, but XG likes the cover. I wouldn't have bothered either. 6-3 does nothing. 13-4 for Builder. That's good play. Dirk would love an 8 or a 9. He got a 5 instead. This is the right play. 6-5 is actually a bad roll. It's going to leave a shot. He's right to hit. All right, here's the roll of the match right here. This is a huge roll. And Dirk fanned. Now Fernando becomes a big favorite. He covers. Fernando's now a 70-30 favorite to win this game and the match. Now Fernando should go after him. He's going to go after him. He's going to hit him. But he can't. Go to the block and go to the ace. He's still a 70% favorite. Oh, Dirk needed a 5 to get out of there. 13-6 is the only play. Everything else leaves an additional shot. It's the right play. Double fours. This helps the race. He's already up 16 pips. He's rolled 16 more. The switch is right by a lot. Nice play, Fernando. Oh, a 6. Okay, the 2 is forced by logic. Dirk's back in this game instantly by rolling that 6. He doesn't get the hit. Comes out, goes to the ace. This game just got closer. Dirk looked like he was in really big trouble a second ago. Now he's still going to have to leave a shot. This is the right play. Very good play. Stay back and get shots. If you get hit, you get return shots. Okay, you just got to play it quiet and bring it in. This is anybody's game now. Look at this. It's a 55-44. Very close. Dirk was in big trouble when he rolled those double fours. This is not a great roll for Dirk. He just has to clear, just to make the 2-point heavy. I'd be tempted to bring the other one in, but it's close. 5-1 is also very close. Just don't touch that back checker. That's the one you want to hit with. Good play, Dirk. Very good play. And now we're going to see some big action. What can he duplicate? Fours. He duplicated the fours, and Dirk did not perform. Make 8-1 is right. You got to play for the shot. You're losing the race by way too much. This is the right play, Dirk. He finds it. Big roll right here. Big roll. And he is not safety. He does not safety everything. So the fewest shots is to come in and go to the 13. Gives him 1s and 7s. 11 1s and 6 7s. 4 7s. Oh, he got it. He got it. Huge roll. Big roll for the German. Whew. This game swung 5 times. Oh my God. You talk about a joker? There's your joker. That's what we love about backgammon. We just saw 2 monstrous swings, and now he hits again. Oh my goodness. Dirk was sailing home to an easy victory, and then he was 96%, and then boom. Nothing could go wrong now, right? There it is. Now Dirk dances and he rolls doubles and gets his last minute shot. We got one more swing. 2-1. Why not take one off? All right. 4-3, your play is right. Uh-oh, he shakes his hand. What a final, what a finale. Fernando did a great job of coming from behind. He was in really big trouble in this match, and he played very courageously. And by the way, his PRs at the end were, I'm sure the last few games, he played tremendously well. What a treat to watch these guys play. Okay, that's it for tonight for our streaming. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5:30, and 9. And thank you all for watching. Hit the like button. Phil Simborg signing off from a very exciting tournament and a very exciting match. And I'll be here early for the Dirk's lecture tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Bye-bye.